Good evening, Earthbound Super Series. Welcome to our second race in the Spoiler Cave Tournament. On the left, Onefreefitz. On the right, Starflowerss. And I am the person in the booth tonight, Leslie Pro. Hopefully everybody's doing well, keeping warm. So what we do for Spoiler Cave is, for the past less than 12 minutes or so, our runners have been perusing the spoiler log to come up with a routing plan, and I see we're underway. So our runners do have a planned path, but there could be some divergence. Like, Tucson is one place, and even in regular, you're going to be here a while. I can imagine both of our runners took a while to look at the spoiler log to see where they're going. Strawflower's not even bothering to look at the shops. It's just going. I think Onefreefitz is pausing to look at the spoiler log. Now, Strawflowerss is heading straight for the boss here. Now, we do know what the bosses are. And our first boss is Frank. But this time, we've got PSI moves. Yep, and Frank's beat just like that. And just like that, Strawflowerss is off to floor 2. So let's see how our runners play this. Do they follow the route, or do they try and find a shortcut? Now, one of the things we do see in the spoiler log is what our bosses are. And I do believe Fitz is... Oh, wait a minute. Oh, selling broken spray can. I can respect that. Meanwhile, Strawflower is having a problem here as Ness down to 1 HP, Paula KO'd. I did not see who had prey. What I do see is that's an eraser. So to see where the skip items are in the chest, you'd actually have to click on the tab that says all chests on the spoiler log. I'll admit, not the best thing in the world, but not the worst. Uh-oh, thunder! Strawflowerss hopefully gets away. Oh no, this double gut save? Wow. I don't know what the chances are of that, but Strawflowerss does get some good stuff, including a minor league bat. Normally don't see that in floor 2. Now, Travel Charm doesn't do much, but it does give a half resist to paralysis, which also gives a half resist to being Diamond Eyes. And where is Strawflowerss going? Oh, that's floor 2. Never mind. So, Prey is vanilla, Spy, and Mirror flipped. Oh gosh, this is gonna get out of control real fast. This is where, can't cast Thunder Beta, not enough psychic points, but you start with a bottle of water, so this is a good time to use it. Oh! Now if you want some music to jam out to, floor 2. I'm just saying. This is not looking good for strawflowerss now. This would be a spot to use a spoiler log to see if there's a full heal nearby, which is another use for that. Now, Mr. Baseball Cap may be worse, but it sells for $99, so it's still pretty good. Speedrun uses it to get a cheap bracelet and a baseball cap in the vanilla speedrun as part of the first shopping week. Yeah, we got a present in the wall. Oh, the prayer backfired and now everybody's confused. 2 players down for both runners. Somebody get a body bag! That is a hospital room, but that room will not revive fallen party members. Now, this is a good strategy that you can use for this particular enemy. Put it to sleep and then run away. But that's just me. And Thunder RNG has struck out. Oh, an 80? Ew. I don't remember the exact range of Thunder because of its RNG nature, but I have a feel like 80 is towards the bottom of the range, if not the very bottom of the range. And it's just poo on strawflowerss, and this... Oh, yeah, this is gonna be a wipe. So unfortunately, falling in battle means you go back to where you saved. If you didn't save, you go back to the start of the scene. Ooh, that is a skip. Could always check to see which item that is, because if it's ruler, you can take that and get off floor 1 easy. And there's nothing further in the restaurant unless you're looking for a photo opportunity. And it looks like Fitz is going to be clear of a pretty nasty encounter. Fitz is on the ladder, looking at the spoiler log. Unfortunately, strawflowerss does not have enough money. Well, I guess with this game being a... well, basically poking fun at Western society, I find it adequate that the healthcare system is equally ripping people off. Ooh, the pendant shop is on floor 1, which also sells magic pudding, and now Fitz is wiped. And 2 doors in Tucson go to each other. Yeah, that sounds about right. Oh, that's a hamburger skip. Now, this right here ain't right. A fight against a crow at the doctor's office? Also, chat, there is a prediction up for who you think will win the race. Good thinking by Fitz to reload the room to reload outside the Brick Road exit. It doesn't revive party members, but you do get a full heal for HP and psychic points. So, yeah, it's something. That room in Pawn Cave can get really dangerous depending on what boss is on the other end of that. So, yeah, that could get ugly really fast. Meanwhile, Strawflowerss has a chicken. Now, normally the meme would be to free the bird, but I think to revive characters, I suppose selling it works just fine. And we found the pair of dirty socks, which in this scenario might actually be a lifesaver. Fitz has returned to floor 2. Perhaps there's a heal somewhere on this floor that'll get the party members back. Now, one strategy runners can use to save time is to mark your exit mouse in an exit mouse room that you pass through, such as that one in Stonehenge Base that's on floor 2. If you wipe, you can just use the exit mouse to get back onto your feet quickly and not lose as much time. And 2 attack slugs. Beaten. Hey, the slugs actually gave a gift. This time, they're giving out eggs. Only a few seconds left to get that prediction in, folks. Meanwhile, Fitz is checking over something on the spoiler log. Curious about something myself. And Strawflowerss has noticed that their timer wasn't going. That has now been rectified. So the eraser skip is on floor 2. It leads all the way up to floor 7. A skip that is not for the faint of heart because the floor 7 boss is Ness's nightmare. Which, speaking of, Fitz is going for that skip as I bring it up. Oh, this could get really dicey with just one party member, because there are a lot of enemies everywhere. But there are goodies to be had here. There is, in this room, an Earth Pendant and a Franklin Bench. 2 very good items to have. And some more good gear and a Saturn ribbon. So where Strawflowerss is now is a full heal that will bring his entire party back. Oh, this could be dangerous. Just because it's a roach, it hits hard. It didn't work. Run fails. Tries to run again, fails, and that's a wipe. Yeah, unfortunately, when deaths happen in Earthbound, it's very easy for them to snowball. Now, as Fitz is taking a look at the spoiler log, briefly, or gathering his thoughts, not by using a soundstone, mind you. It's worth noting that the spoiler log does not say anything about shop contents. They are randomized, but there's only one way to know, and that's going to them. That hasn't changed. Also, don't be thrown off by the timers being out of sync. Strawflowerss started his timer late. Which could happen to anybody, really. Looks like that runaway dog had a cracked bat. I'm guessing that bat was being used as a chew toy. Yeah, Derek, that's something that's definitely happened to me at least once. And I've also had times where the timer started and then stopped. Which is just like, what? Heck, one time the timer reset on me, and I'm like, oh, yeah. So now Strawflowerss has pulled ahead slightly in terms of what floor our runners are on, but in terms of actual knowledge and distance in the cave thus far, Fitz still has a bit of an edge even with only one party member. Besides, being on floor 2 means we get to listen to more Bone Trussell. Strawflowerss has marked the mouse, just in case. It's still hasn't done that. Looks like another spoiler log check from Fitz. Strawflowerss wants no part of fighting a sentry robot. I can't fault him, because on floor 2, that can be dangerous. That appears to be the way forward. Barely escapes, nicely done. Gets a stun gun. Uh-oh, the shroom has struck, and it's caused him to attack himself. That's my luck with getting mastermized right there. Get hit with it once, and immediately target myself. And those sentry robots are immune to freeze. Meanwhile, that mushroomization was a good thing for Fitz because he just got an extra $50, which he can now use to revive Paula. Little snowball effect like that. Love to see it. Oh gosh, this is where it gets bad. is when the sentry robots call for help successfully. Fair strats for strawberry flowers. However, that's now a double-edged sword because that sentry robot can be brought back if rainbow-colored light happens. Having to use rock in here to try and get out of it doesn't get out of it unscathed. 2 party members down. Now 3. At this point, yeah, that's... this game can be rough sometimes. But Strawflowerss had saved at a full heal, so that is not nearly as bad of a death as it could have been. Another spoiler log check from Fitz. Protoplasm's in the tunnel. Wait a minute. I think I might have just picked up on what Fitz is trying to do here. This is actually kind of genius. Get a mushroom, sell it, revive a party member. It's not fast by any stretch of the imagination, but when it's $50 per mushroom and $50 to revive a party member, it's a good trade. Is Fitz setting up for that one more time to get Jeff revived? Oh yeah? He's set up for it. This is very smart heads-up situational Earthbound play. And yeah, not the fastest, but it gets the job done. And Fitz went to the wrong NPC first. We've all done that. And it took some time, but Fitz has the full party back. Hats off. That was very smart. I don't think I would have thought of that. Oh, Fitz is back for revenge. Okay, I like that call there. Revive. Give Paula a life up. Or somebody a life up to ensure you don't wipe. Yeah, that's a good beat. Yeah, this is a very good spot to use a BBR. Gets out of it. And that's going to be some levels for all of Fitz's party. That'll really help. And Fitz is going back to floor 7. Foppies or Fobbies is your first fight off a skip with a full party would get pretty brutal. I would not risk that, but that's just me. Now Fitz takes down the roach, and there's a very specific reason he went this way. And it is not just for the single fight for experience. That's a Franklin badge. Definitely an item worth having because now Thunder will not be a problem for Paula for the rest of the seed. That includes Gygus. Meanwhile, Ness is down on Strawflower's end. Looks like Fitz is taking a moment to see the spoiler log. Now, we haven't seen it in this seed, but we got 3. Now, before I get into that previous thought I was going to mention, I looked at 3 while perusing the spoiler log before the race. The gift box in the graveyard in the top left corner is tied to the floor that the graveyard tunnel entrance goes to, which in this case is floor 2. So that item is very likely not going to be helpful. Picks up a goddess band. That's very good equipment. There is an arms dealer here. It would definitely be worth checking that because the boss happens to be Ness's nightmare. And where Strawflowerss is, you would need to sign Banana to pass through. It looks like these stinky ghosts, they might be freeze resistant. I don't know, I didn't see. 290, that's pretty good. And survives it. Now, Strawflowerss is on 6. This is Central Onet. There's a lot of doors here. It's pretty gross. Some good weapons for sale here, but not gonna have enough money for all of them. Fitz wanted the butterfly first. Good call. Now, Platinum Band is good in this situation because that sells for a lot of money. Depending what's at this arms dealer, it could pay off big. Let's see. Oh, big bottle rockets, super bombs. Yeah, I'd be prioritizing those because Ness's Nightmare can absolutely ruin your day. Oh yeah, this is Central Onet. You do not get a free pass up to Northern Onet because the roadblocks are there. This ain't PK Scramble. You can't get rid of them. Not this time, anyway. And unfortunately, without Ness, that Shining Spot boss cannot be battled. That's a vanilla game thing. All these enemy sprites, you can feel the lag. I don't know how Fitz avoided that encounter, but Fitz was able to. Well done. Yeah, this is a good spot to save. Good heads-up play by Fitz, knowing that you haven't saved in a while, if at all. This is a good time to. So Fitz prioritized big bottle rockets, which is fine. It's a good strategy, however, it is probably a better idea to sprinkle in some super bombs to the party because unlike the super bombs, only Jeff can use the big bottle rockets. Floor 3 now for Strawflowerss, and Oh yeah, the conducting menace popped in. While strawflowerss was on floor 2, that's because when you have rooms that are on multiple floors, sometimes enemies bleed through. That is a skip room. And strawflowerss is gonna take the skip. Although, to be fair, I would have saved at Nessa's house. Then save scummed it just in case. Street is quite large in its own way. But Fitz has found the shining spot, boss. Now, I really do not like taking on Nessa's Nightmare in Ancient Cave without PSI Shield Sigma. For a reason. Nessa's Nightmare, the gimmick behind this boss is that basically any move you can use, it can use. And unfortunately, the bottle rocket fizzled out. So, yeah. Another option would be Brain Shock here. But I guess... Oh, that one actually hit, but unfortunately... Unfortunately, Jeff goes down, so you could pray, you could Brain Shock. That Brain Shock damage going back at Nessa's Nightmare means every so often, a Rockin' Omega will cause a lot of damage. Now, the reason yeah, this is gonna be a likely party wipe here, and this is why I prefer using Brain Shock if I have to, because you might actually be able to buy yourself a turn. That's gonna be a wipe. I just reset, but that's just me. Okay, enough backseating from comms. I'll admit. That's just how I would play this scene. That's just me. Anywho, strawflowerss, looking at spoiler log. Fitz, taking a moment, look at spoiler log. In fact, one thing I'd be looking to see is there a skip to get off this floor that goes to 9? Belch base for strawflowerss. Okay, so where strawflowerss is, that is the end of floor 6. Is Lilliput steps. Now, the chests do have a couple of coins in them, which, if you're looking for munitions and whatnot, that's a good way to go about it. Sell those and you can get some super bombs and bottle rockets. There's carrot key, Skip, but where's the carrot key? Oh, wouldn't be a stitch for in the top left corner of the graveyard. In fact, now I gotta look at the spoiler log just to see, just for the lulz. Nope, just a hamburger. Coins are good equipment, but they're also good for selling. So we'll see how Strawflowerss plays this. Also, welcome in and thanks for the raid, Dang Nabbit Jones. We're about 48 minutes deep into this spoiler cave rando seed. And right now, floor 7 is the big tie-up for Fitz. And it has a good chance to tie up Strawflowerss too, because the boss of this floor is Ness's Nightmare. And Strawflowerss comes up with Baddest Beam. In terms of weapons for Jeff, that is his third best. Like, personally, Nightmare is a boss that either you go in with a lot of super bombs, or you want to have PSI Shield Sigma. Strawflowerss wants this item. It's a coin, but a coin of silence. Well, another coin to sell for goods. Or use as equipment for the time being. Either way is fine. Now that ladder can spawn in, but only if Master Belch was defeated earlier in the seed. And that would create a skip in its own way. second room of Stonehenge, and would you look at this? The Forsyth department store. Very good spot to just peruse to see, okay, is anything good being sold here? Like Horn of Life, Secret Herb. That shop had a secret herb right as I said it. Now, early seed, this is also a good shop to get skip items. But you could also wind up, say, get a super bomb vendor here. It's rare, but it does happen. Oh, and Fitz has found himself into a very long room in Stonehenge, one that some call the worst room in the game. Admittedly, there's also a room with that name in Super Metroid speedrunning. But there is a bit of crossover between the two communities. Shoutouts to Ryko Rider. And Fitz wipes. Okay, selling the hard hat while you're there. That's a good call. Can't get away from the gator. And a second one almost shows up. The show ticket isn't going to do anything in the Chaos Theater. That is only the Topola Theater. I do not know how Ness got a green swirl, rather Fitz got a green swirl out of that, but I guess that's one of those as a runner you look at and say, we take those. Way to batch that out. Our runners are at opposing ends of the same room. Takes down the Electro Swoosh, nicely done. At 4 psychic points, I think you're... Yeah, that's basically the only thing you can do is just try and mash it out. Oh, clutched it out with a well-timed crit! My goodness! It was literally this close to taking another death! Oh, this is bad. Oh, this is too many enemies, unfortunately. I think this is curtains. Unless he can run. Oh, thankfully he's able to get away. Holy smokes. And our runners have high five. But I'm sure Fitz wishes he was in a better situation than this. Because they call this worst room in the game for a reason. Okay, Zappiel is doable if Fitz puts the Franklin badge on Ness. Because these guys primarily attack with electricity. Can't get away, that's another wipe. Fitz is putting on a hell of an effort here. This time, Fitz does not get stopped by a gator. And he is, dare I say, he is, hell-bent on getting through worst room in the game. Taking the swoosh fight. Gets another couple of level ups, so that'll help. Oh my god. Oh, what a mess this screen is. Oh my goodness. Yeah, on that green swirl you just run. Wow, good heavens. That was just... I have seen some awful screens where the spawn tiles have just gone berserk. That was berserk to the point of where you're feeling lag. I think Fitz is looking for the clean run. I think the best he's gonna get is that Elder Baddie out of everything that we've seen to this point. I mean, sure, it's a tougher Mr. Baddie, but you know what? There are worse enemies to be had here, like that Zappiel. I'm surprised he didn't go after that butterfly, because that would have helped in the psychic point department. Okay, he's taking the mouse. Or two. Okay, Ness, you really can't miss here. I think the miss is what did him in there. Oh my goodness, Strawflowerss getting 3 party members diamondized in 3'd. Oh my goodness. When this game starts pulling mean stuff, look out. Nobody is safe. Fitz is just swinging at the tree, takes it down. Strawflowerss is not going to be able to fight the Shining Spot boss because Ness is diamondized. I'm not 100% sure why Fitz is certain on going in this direction. In all honesty. Now, that is a skip back to Central Onet. Doesn't do any good here because it's a backwards skip. And Fitz is chucking super bombs at these enemies. There's got to be a reason for doing this, but I wasn't sure if I saw anything that would help in terms of a full heal, though. 115 HP recovered off of life up. Gonna need a level up here. Gets one, but not enough to use life up. Gonna need to use a secret herb here to get rid of that poison. Or a revive poo. That works as well. Well, this could be interesting. Well, Fitz has chosen a new save point. This could be something good, depending on the shop. Ooh, Horns of Life. In terms of revive items, you can't beat it. Simply because it's a guaranteed revive. It's basically the equivalent of healing Omega. Oh, there's also this. You know what? You keep talking to that NPC and eventually you get $50. I see the play here. Revive the party. Makes a lot of sense. Strawflowerss has gone back to 4-6, by the way. So Fitz is stabilized, while Strawflowerss is still trying to... Well, unfortunately, Strawflowerss is not in a good spot. And the tiny little ghost just died on Strawflower's end, but then Strawflowerss took a wipe. And now Fitz is trying to go back through worst room in the game. Out of super bombs, though. Can't use life up, so you might as well take a swing. Also helps when the enemy misses. Gets a green swirl. Don't have to do it. And takes a run. Strawflower's not getting run luck right now. Gets it this time, though. Yeah, at this point, if I'm Fitz, I'm looking for a hotel to heal. Hopefully one is nearby. Ooh, oh, jeez, almost got caught twice in that sequence. Talk about playing with fire, and not just PK fire either. Okay, loading up on super bombs. Now with these, my strategy here is spread them around your party so you can spread the damage. That's exactly what he's doing here. And now some big bottle rockets. Now, you can use super bombs and bottle rockets on an enemy that's been confused by brain shock, and you will not cause them to snap back to reality. Fitz is giving it another go. Here we go, folks. Uh-oh, power shield. That's gonna cause a problem. Got through. Very well done. Just even with the power shield, still able to overpower Ness's Nightmare. Very well done. Now, you're not going to get anything out of coming up here because the wrong sprites are blocking. Now we are in Northern Winters. Which, honestly, outside right now, actually feels like winters. Strawflowerss has found a full heal. to revive the party, Fitz has found his way into Dungeon Man. And Dungeon Man came from, if you entered with the skip, that was floor 4, by the way. Oh, these are fobbies. Oh, this could get ugly. And the fobbies are beaten. A good source of experience, but they can be scary in rando just because their HP can vary so wildly. Yo, good evening.
Hey, what's up?
Well,
I made it.
you made it because this seed is definitely not as jetty or as fast as last night.
Yeah, that one was quick.
Fitz! Well, Strawflowerss is now running into what Fitz ran into in Ness's Nightmare, which is the worst boss this seed has to offer.
Besides Diamond Dog, absolutely. I'm gonna download the spoiler so I can take a look. But how's the race so far? Also, hi everyone, I'm Attack Slug. I just crashed in.
That works for me. Ow. Now, what Fitz did is just absolutely overpower Nightmare just by using munitions.
Okay.
Because there was a super bomb and big bottle rocket vendor nearby in Threed.
Oh, nice.
Which is where the supplies came from. I'm surprised I have not seen a brain shock strat yet, just because that if it works, there's a chance that Ness's Nightmare could do itself in.
So it looks like Fritz is on level 8 right now, right?
Yes, this is
okay.
floor 8.
And Strawflowerss is still trying to get through Nightmare? Okay, I'm caught up.
Yep, and that was a glorious light that just took down 2 party members.
Okay, so how are we looking on, like, pendants, gear? What are we looking like, Les? Fill me in.
Fitz has a Franklin badge. I have not seen that pick up on Flower's End yet.
Okay.
I don't think they went that way, but we shall see.
Now, here's my question to you, Leslie. At this point, trying to fight Nightmare to no avail, would you start looking for other ways to get around it, or would you just bang your head against the wall?
I would check the spoiler log to see if there was a skip. However, I don't think there is such a skip, so now it's a case of, okay, where's the full heal? What enemies can I grind off of? Oh yeah, and to get to the full heal, you gotta walk through worst room in the game. Yuck.
Oh, hell room. Yeah, gross. I'm looking at the skips now. Well, it looks like... let's see here. If we can get back down to level 6, there's a skip to level 8, but do we have the item? Because I think it's the King Banana.
I haven't seen that pop up. I haven't even seen that room yet. The skips that they did take, though, was the Eraser to get to 7.
Okay, nice. I'm just looking at the spoiler right now. seeing if there's any way out of this situation.
Yeah, the one way that I saw was all the way back on floor 4. It was the Sword of Kings. Nice pickup. Nice pickup. It would be the one-way skip that goes into Dungeon Man, which is early floor 8.
Okay.
Oh,
Okay.
and there's an Auto Star Master right in the path. The
Oh,
other one
nice.
was floor 3.
So does that mean Star Master Omega, or did they pick that one up?
Nope. They basically went 1, 2, 7.
I see.
Actually, I think I didn't see the skip that Strawflowerss took. I think it was a different one that went to 6.
I mean, 1 to 7 is risky, you know.
2 to 7, yeah, that's very risky. I've gotten burned on that one myself.
Yeah. You kind of enter like a point of no return, you know. Which in Ancient Cave can be hard to get around, you know.
Yep, for sure. I will say the enemies that Fitz beat with just solo Ness did give Ness some very good experience.
Okay. Love that.
I can see where that's paying dividends, but you really want Paula to have some experience just for PSI Shield Sigma.
Right,
I mean,
exactly.
you need it for Gygus, but if you're going to survive against S's Nightmare, that's also a good thing to have. And Strawflowerss is desperate enough to use the Casey bat, and he strikes out.
Oh. Let's see here. Oh, that's cheap. So there's a the Eagle Land, like the house that you can buy in Onet. It's a 7 to 7 because usually I feel like that house moves to 9, right? Like that's typically how it goes. But it's 7 to 7. That is so cheap. Let me see what else we got here.
At that point, that's not a skip. That's a roadblock.
Yeah, that's a waste of money. Just looking for like anything we could do.
That's a 7 to 2, actually.
Oh, that's 2? Hang on, am I reading the spoiler wrong?
Yeah.
I probably am. I just got here.
Oh, I've been reading it wrong at times.
Yeah, oh, I see what you mean. Yeah, so that is 2 to 7. Never mind. You're right. Sorry. Just coming in here already giving misinformation. Yeah, it doesn't look like there's any way around it.
Now, there is a path on floor 7 that does lead into Happy Happy Village. We haven't seen the hype stand.
Okay.
I would personally, I could see myself prioritizing that to see, is there something I can use to make the seed better?
Mm-hmm.
Or can I just be cheeky?
Yeah, or maybe is there like something crazy like super bombs, or in the what's up, Wiz? Or in the, you know, in the previous scene, Uko, they found Horns of Life, so that was amazing. I mean, is there a super bomb vendor though, Ox? Like, have we found one, Les? I don't know. Yeah, there is.
There was, in Threed. That vendor sells both super bombs and big bottle rockets.
Okay, so we should just like go back to 3 to the arms dealer, stock up, and just absolutely annihilate.
A good idea, but you gotta get your party back first.
Well, you don't need a party to buy stuff. Like, you can still purchase.
But you need a party of 4 can do more damage than just one character.
Plus, like, leveling up as you're, like, traveling through the caves. Yeah, I definitely see your point. How do I get back there? Let's see here. Okay, 4, 6. So is strawflowerss actually on floor 6 right now?
Yeah, there may be a full heal here that can help.
It looks like it from what I'm looking at. The spoiler Lilliput is floor 6. But that's Guardian Hieroglyph, so they might be backtracking. It looks like they're backtracking right now.
Yep. That's the read that I have. Backtracking into the Belch base.
Mm-hmm.
Or not.
Maybe. Oh.
Now this goes backwards. Because we already saw it. That's the skip they took to get to floor 6.
Okay, got it.
Perhaps going back to go forward.
Maybe.
It's really the only thing I can think of here.
Yeah. Especially with just like, or maybe like trying to figure out how to get back to Threed if they can. To be able to stock up on, explosives and then just try and like annihilate. Because it seems like, it's a little desperate right now, which I would be feeling that as well, so.
Yeah, to be fair,
Yeah.
I'd also be feeling desperate at this point.
Yeah.
You guys have seen me play over the years. When I get desperate, I start to make some real crazy moves. What's not crazy is that is the Shining Spot boss of floor 8.
Oh, okay. Interesting. All right, and where is that? Let's see here, floor 8. And that's gonna be Shattered Man. So, wow, we have to get through Nightmare to get to Shattered Man. That's Ancient Cave for you.
Yep, and strawflowerss is going all the way back to floor 2, all the way back into Central Onet. I'm not sure I'm following the logic on this play other than maybe use a hospital.
Yeah, they pulled out some money, so we'll see what happens there. Meanwhile, Fitz picking up an earth pendant. That's always nice. Protein drink if we need it.
So there was a hospital that strawflowerss did visit, so that may have been the strategy there. And enemies are just running. Those fobbies don't want any part of Fitz.
I don't want none.
I wonder why. I mean, sure, I saw a Casey batter flipped, but in reality, with all the times you miss in that strike out, you're probably going 0 for 4 with 4 strikeouts more often than not, which in baseball circles, they call that the golden sombrero.
Uh-oh. I don't know if I like the way that sounds.
Hey, don't ask me who came up with that name. I have no clue.
Leslie, who came up with that name?
How the heck if I know? I heard somebody say that on Baseball Tonight on ESPN, and it sort of stuck.
The golden sombrero. Okay. I mean, I guess it's kind of like, it still fits in the vein of when you're talking about sports stuff, like a hat trick in hockey.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe sports are just obsessed with hats.
Well, there's a jar of fly honey on strawflowerss then. Perhaps there's a Belch bait. Perhaps Master Belch is nearby.
Maybe. But that would be a skip, and Fitz is on 8, so it doesn't really matter. You're talking about for straw. Okay. Peen train.
Peen train. Please.
Peen train. How's everyone doing tonight, though? Leslie, are you doing good? Leslie? Hello?
One second.
Oh, he's eating. I asked at the exact right moment. All right, let's see.
Legendary back.
Ooh, let's go. Let's go. Oh, I guess I could watch the stream. That might help. I don't know. Whatever.
The other enemy did not get to the Starman, so it's just the Starman to fight here.
Hanging in there, Derek. Just chilling. Well, thank you so much for the restream. I appreciate you. I'm hoping that I'll be able to hop on a few more of these. It's just that I work like kind of like the late shift. So a lot of the times when folks are scheduling, I'm still at work. I'm at work till like 8 p.m. Central, so.
Yeah, I got that in another community where unfortunately can't always call the stuff because I'm at work, so it is what it is.
It is what it is. However, I will be posting the round 2 and L1 after this race, so if you're participating, be on the lookout for that. That will be happening.
I know I'm gonna have to be, because whoever wins this match actually happens to be going up against somebody by the name of Leslie Pro in the next round.
Scary. Don't sleep on Leslie Pro.
Well, to be fair, don't sleep on this randomizer, because this randomizer could even bring a well-skilled player to their knees.
Very true.
Sometimes.
Very true. Yeah. I just feel like you can get like roadblocked so hard in Ancient Cave. Kind of like what we're seeing, unless you've been lucky and you found an explosive dealer and you were able to stock up because you had the money on you. Because the thing with Ancient Cave is that you're not always going to be able to just go and find an ATM. You're not always going to be able to go and find a hospital or somewhere to sleep, like that's how the cave goes. So a lot of it, honestly, is luck, as well as skill. I too have slept in a hotel room exactly once.
Now, that particular mole was fought because it was guarding a sea pendant.
Ooh, that's what you want to see. Get it? Sea pendant? No? Okay.
Absolutely, but you know what? That's not the only good pendant that's on this floor. I knew that was coming. That's not the only good pendant on this floor. I have it on good authority that there's at least one star. Now the question is, will Fitz go out of his way to get a star pendant?
Well, I certainly would. Would you?
Mm-hmm. I know I would. And I've done that, and I did that in practice. I mean, sure, I was coming in from the east side of Peaceful Rest Valley, and I had to take a pretty long walk to get there, but it was worth it. Fitz has to be looking at spoiler log here. But one of the good things about this room in Magic Kingdom, hey, go after that caterpillar. That's good experience.
Well, but the thing in Ancient Cave is that can actually bite you because it's not the auto win like in vanilla. Fitz should be fine, but you do have to be careful with those caterpillars because they can get you.
Yeah, especially if that was the master criminal worm like I thought it was.
All right, let's see. Fitz in Magicant now. What do we got here? Oh, that's where the star pendant is. There's 2.
Yep, there is 2 in the red tunnel.
The red tunnel. Is that what we're calling it now? Wow, that's like 2 just
There's
right there.
Also a bazooka.
That's in Brick Road, right? I think I saw that. Yeah, that's in Brick Road.
Well, a standard bazooka here, so, I mean, if you need something to tide you over, there you go.
Yeah, but the heavy bazooka.
Aerofram, yes, that is Pink Cave, and that is where not 1 but 2 star pendants are.
No, absolutely not. It is not called Pink Cave. I will accept Pink Tunnel, I suppose. But you all know deep in your hearts that it's called none of these things. It's just Magicant. Airframe's just trying to trigger me. Okay.
I did see Defense Down get learned. I do not know if Paula has learned PSI Shield Sigma for either runner.
I'm sure Fitz is paying attention to that.
Yep, I'm sure of that as well, because as a runner, that's one of the things we definitely have to look out for is when we get PSI Shield Sigma, because that is one of the key things we need to be ready for Gygus.
Yeah,
in
absolutely.
Most seas.
It's gonna be a rough fight if you don't have it. It is doable, of course, you know, but it's kind of like, you know, things you're looking for end battle pendants, bazooka, Franklin badge if you're lucky enough, but definitely that Shield Sigma, maybe also even Brain Shock is another one that I definitely, you know, see if I have learned it, which I feel like is much easier to learn for Pooh. More often than not for when it comes to Shield Sigma for Paula. Sometimes it can take Paula a really long time, you know, to get Sigma. But it is, I would say that it's worth like grinding for it, because you can go in and do like, you know, a vibe check on Gygus. But if he's throwing betas, then, you know, it's gonna be rough.
Very.
Uh-oh. We did something. Oh no. Oh, sorry, it's on my side, I think. It froze for a second.
Yeah, we good.
Okay. Okay, so secret herbs at this shop with Fitz. Okay, Derek, no worries.
Yeah, things happen. I mean, you could. I mean, at this point, you've got 2 star pendants and a sea pendant. You could sell the earth pendant in theory.
And stock up on secret herbs. They're better than nothing, you know.
Oh, for sure, no doubt about that.
They'll get you through in a pinch. What's up, Burrito Dad? And that is exactly what Fitz is doing. So Fitz, a pretty seasoned scramble runner. I think strawflowerss is a bit new to the community. They did race in the Boogie Percent tournament and did pretty good there. So love to see them here in Ancient Cave. You know, always welcome.
Yep, absolutely.
Always love getting more Ancient Cavers in the mix. because it really is a fun randomizer once you figure it out, you know. And the spoiler tourney is such a fun way to play it as well, because you know, obviously you have the spoiler, which, albeit the spoiler is a little spaghetti, so to speak, to kind of like read. But once you're able to sort of like know, like once you memorize and like know where things are, it becomes much easier to be able to read it. And then you can kind of like read it and use it to your advantage. Hey, Lyra!
Hey, Lyra. Now, I will admit, there's some things that spoiler log just doesn't have, like what's at the shop, for example.
Yeah. Right, absolutely. I don't think it shows ATM rooms either. Or does it? And maybe it might.
It does, but again.
Yeah. Are you really looking for an ATM room?
The spaghetti.
Yeah, the spaghetti.
I mean, there's a couple you can see that are pretty easy to spot, like, say, Forsyth department store, Tucson department store.
Yeah.
Those are easier to catch.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's see here. So we picked up the star pendants. Very nice. And if I had to guess, I mean, it looks like Gygus is door 112, so Fitz is pretty close. He might be looking for a save, perhaps, or maybe how to get to the heavy bazooka.
Well, there's the save right there, so
nice.
You want that right now.
Yeah, for sure. Finding a save on floor 9 is mwah, chef's kiss, because you don't always get them. So the door to move forward is actually, I think, right, or the door to get to Brick Road was right there. I think Fitz just walked past it.
But it's just
yeah.
He was running to the bathroom, having to go like.
Was it Lardna? Was that Lardna gracing us?
Yeah, Lardna, you're in such a hurry to go into the bathroom. I think you made a bit of a mistake.
Hey, we don't, you know, you can use whatever bathroom you want. We don't care. But yeah, so Fitz has gotten here, which this is one of my favorite rooms. Oh, there's a have a bazooka. This is one of my favorite rooms in Ancient Cave to find on a floor 9 or a floor 8. Because, and I will tell you why, because all of the enemies, if you have to fight them, they're still scaled to like that first level that you fight with Jeff. Now there can be enemies that are outside, like out of bounds, that could like phase in and, you know, get you. But if you do have to fight any of like the Starman, something like that, you know, a diamond of sorts. But if you do have to fight any of like the rats or the duck, it will be that level 1. So it's just like a really easy room to pick up like super sick stuff, like high in the seed, and then only have to fight, you know, wimpy enemies to get it. So I love that room. Almost as good as Hype Room.
Path checking, I believe.
Yeah, so Fitz is really close. Let me look here. So if we go backwards. Yeah, Fitz is like right there. Yep. There he is.
Yep. Hour 40 minutes in. We're at Gygus. Well played.
Skiptacular. Alright, so Fitz is like pretty like well prepared. We might see him check for Shield Sigma, but we'll see. Oh no, is Lardnabot down? Is Lardnabot down?
Oh, we got a bionic Kraken. Oh, this may not be good because Paula doesn't even have the psychic points.
Oh no. And I don't think Fitz set an exit mouse or a return mouse. Oh boy. Okay. We did save though. We did say, oh, we got out of it. Okay. He also saved.
Yeah.
But the thing here is, like you just mentioned, is those psychic points. We need Paula. Like, literally need her for the Shield Sigma.
Yeah, otherwise you are reliant on Brain Shock RNG.
Which is very risky in phase 1, 100%. But he's going for it.
Oh, there's a butterfly.
What? Get the butterfly! Get it! Yeah! Oh, wow. I guess we could just magnet.
Yeah, you get one use of Sigma and then it's magnet strats mandatory.
Pretty much. Unless he has, I don't know if I saw like a tart or a caramel or anything like that.
I didn't see anything like that in the inventory. And the penance shop was all the way back in floor 1.
Woof.
What?
Woof. Bow wow. Alright, let's see how this goes though.
And Porky's dropping lines from the future. As he weighs his options. Okay, and sure, Paula lives. I'm gonna spend that. Okay, there was PSI Shield Sigma. That was a detail I was not sure of.
Okay.
Oh, it's a beta!
No!
This is gonna hurt. Gut save for Paula, but not Pooh.
Uh-oh. Literally just enough. Like, just enough to do 1 Sigma. Oh my gosh. This is gonna be an intense fight.
Mashed out a life block.
Nice.
Heavens.
That was clutch. Oh, you love to see it.
Now I see why he didn't use Magnet that turn. Because that time he would have caused Pooh to fall.
That is big brain right there. That is smart.
25 damage on a smash. Got a good 1,000 damage on that turn.
Wow. Oh no. Come on, take him out, Oh.
Solidify, that'll work. Does not have enough to cast Sigma, so this move is going to her. That is not a prediction, that is a spoiler.
Okay, it's just alpha though. And we get to
problem. 2 kids down heading into phase 2.
Yeah. With like pretty low HP.
That's the bad news.
And also with secret herbs though. I mean it's a gamble still.
Good news is a Franklin badge and a star pendant It's gonna take a lot for Paula to be taken out at this juncture.
Yeah.
I would save that brain shock for the end, but that's just me.
Yeah. He has enough for 2. If he doesn't use anything else. Well, aren't they 8 apiece?
It's 10 apiece, so
Oh,
it'd
it's
only
10.
be enough for... Yeah.
Does he have a bottle of water? A bottle of water?
See that? I mean, if you really wanted to get cheeky, you could try to mirror Gygus here.
I guess, if we're going cheeky with it.
Hey.
If he really wanted to go cheeky, he could have done butts.
He could have done fart. I did that once in a race.
Of course you did, Leslie. Amazing. Cheeky, you say? Yeah, we're saying cheeky tonight.
Oh, damn it, Peen Train, I see that emote.
With a Santa hat on it, and then just poor Straw, just stuck here in this hell seed. But sticking with it, you know.
Hey, phase 3.
Alright, with the Franklin badge and a star pendant, essentially invincible.
Looks really good, however, there are times where this game can just pull some really stinky RNG.
It is so true. There have been many a time where I was a prayer away.
And Gaius literally just Flipsy the bird, for all intents and purposes.
Yeah, basically.
Wait, teleport?
What? Straw using teleport?
Wait, hold on. I can explain this because I've done some experimenting with this.
Okay.
If you enter an area through its natural entrance, which for Tucson would be where you'd enter in from vanilla the first time, you get that teleport location. Which is like... It's absurd to think about in an ancient cave, but that's essentially a teleport back to floor 1, when you think about it that way.
Okay.
I wonder if there is something that could be done with this from an ancient cave standpoint to teleport back to the start of a floor you've already been to.
Oh, that is interesting.
I'm just spitballing a random thing right now.
Yeah.
Because honestly, I feel like I could be onto something here.
What I want Straw to do is to go and find an ATM, pull out all of his money, buy a gajillion super bombs, and bomb the ever-living beep out of Nightmare. That's what I want. Meanwhile, Fitz in the prayer phase. Looking good still. Peppy. Peppy. That's cute.
Which, speaking of flavors I add in to Ancient Cave, barrel roll. And if you know, you know.
Straw, go Go buy the bomb, Straw. I'm gonna telepathically talk to Straw. Straw, go buy the bombs. Because isn't that where the vendor is?
Yep. Now, this is where a Franklin badge is. I think
Ooh.
Straw's going to get it now.
Oh, nice, 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 nice. Yep.
Meanwhile, while that's going on, Fitz is only 2 prayers away.
Two prayers away.
Ending this siege.
Let's
But
go.
Solidify is going to delay that.
All right. One more prayer. Making sure nothing happens to Paula.
It was Flash. Get your GGs in chat.
GG! Skip-tacular!
I'm in the race time room and Fitz hasn't hit .done yet, which you can do when the final prayer pops.
Yeah, maybe he doesn't know because he's used to Scramble, which is the U1. But, GG's.
Sorry, Pokey. You don't tell us to be quiet. The war against Gygus is over. And with that, it is official. Fitz has punched his ticket to the next round with an official time of 1:53:50.
Heck yeah.
Flowers is still going. I have not seen any tap out yet. So I have the race time room up, so that's how I know this detail.
And I am getting those round 2s out right now. Just a heads up for our round 1 participants, it is going to be some of the same text. I just want to put that in for our round 2s who have not gone yet. So they know the lay of the land.
Well, we didn't hit floor 5, which is probably a good thing because Johnny B. Good might have muted the VOD. I see that joke. Algorithms.
GG's once again to Fitz. They will move on to battle Leslie Pro. For our round 2, since we had, since this is like a smaller tournament, so for our round 1, it was kind of split up in a weird way. Just to be transparent, we did just randomly basically pair y'all up. I put in the participants and then I hit shuffle a bunch of times to be able to get to where we are. So for round 2, we're going to have Satake versus Brooke, because Brooke won her first race versus Uko. And then we'll have Pebble versus Temple, Leslie versus Fitz, and Keely versus DNJ. So it's going to be really fun. Stay tuned. There's so much more spoiler tourney coming to ya. Derek, thank you once again for the restream. Leslie, thanks for letting me crash in and hang out and join y'all.
Hey, it was worth it. It was absolutely worth it. and so hopefully this next week we'll have, we'll be getting those scheduled. So Uko and strawflowerss will have a week off, so, essentially. So we'll keep this tourney moving. Noticed some strawflowerss ended. You said you can't teleport now. When I saw that they were able to teleport earlier, if I had to guess, it's gotta be inconsistent as to when it works in Ancient Cave. I'm literally spitballing guesses here because I really don't know.
Yeah, I know. I've seen Satake use it before, but I think you're absolutely correct. There's no rhyme or reason as to when it works versus when it doesn't. Oh yeah, absolutely, Fitz. You can go ahead and jump. I'll drag you in. Are you in general? If you want to hop in general, or in commentary, I don't know if you have that. I think you have that role. Hop on in. There he is. What's up, Fitz? Congratulations, GG.
Thank you.
GG,
Wow.
Fitz.
Thoughts, feelings, emotions, anger,
Okay.
happiness.
I signed up having never completed a run of Ancient Cave. I thought I was going to practice a bunch. I got one practice in, and things went south, I guess, but I was like, okay, I learned some stuff. So I was just hoping to finish. That was my goal for today.
Nice.
It was looking questionable at times. I got in a pretty sticky spot where I was deep, but I could not figure. I was trying to find a heal, and then at one point I was selling mushrooms. I was being a mushroom farmer to get my party back up. It was pretty wild.
Hey, it worked out pretty well. It's not anything I would have thought of, but it worked.
Welcome to the caves. Welcome. They can be a vast wasteland or a veritable abundance. So it really is either or.
I just got like stuck on 7 trying to get backwards to go. Once I finally figured out where I could like revive. And then I ran into that Ness's nightmare. And at a certain point I was like, I bought a bunch of stuff, I gotta have money. Let me load up on Super Bombs, wrong game, and see if we can make this happen. And like, I thought I was being a little wild where I was like really filling up on them, and no, like that was like just enough to like.
Yeah. So that is one thing I will touch upon is that in Ancient Cave, something that you will see, I'll say more seasoned runners do is when they find things like super bombs or BBRs or even, like hordes of light, etc. When you find something that's like quote unquote like a good like a gold mine, if they have the money, they will load up on them like to the point where it looks like hoarding, right? And it's because the Ancient Cave, you're not guaranteed to be able to go to a store, you're not guaranteed to be able to go to an ATM, etc. So you did the exact right thing there, Fitz, where you just go hoarder mode. Go hoarder mode on those bombs, on those BBRs, on those healing items, and just fill up your inventory if you can. That's a common strat in Ancient Cave, so you did the exact right thing there.
Yeah, I think next time I'll do it earlier. But yeah, like I'm glad I thought of it in the moment, and I'm also glad I stopped in the Jeff dungeon to pick up the heavy bazooka because I needed it, and that butterfly at the end was like the clutches butterfly of my life, and I was like, that's enough for size shield. Like I don't want to like have to. I was kind of trying to like die, and then when we won the Kraken fight, I was like, well, that didn't work, so I was just gonna send it, and then the butterfly was sent from RNG to put me through. But like I think I'm starting to get a little bit of a feel for it. I know I'm gonna be slow, but I'm feeling more confident.
That's awesome.
And I think I had some of the right ideas. It was just like the execution didn't work out. Like I tried to take an early mole, and I could have done it if I would have sent it all the way. That was my biggest lesson. It's like always full attack, pretty much.
Always send it. Yeah, pretty much.
But yeah,
that's on randos though, right? Like you just gotta send it and see what happens.
Yeah, you think I would like have learned that playing other ones, but it's always like a new. It's like being new again and like hoarding items that I should use, or like just like trying to save stuff for some reason. My like PK scramble brain at least paid off of like, oh, secret herbs, I better buy as many of those as possible because I may never see them again.
It's a very different randomizer, but of course there's always going to be things that carry over, when you're playing the game. One thing I do want to shout out that we love to see is that you walked far enough to the right that we got to see who was running to the bathroom. And that's always just something like we joke about. It's kind of like a meme in the Ancient Cave community, community where when if you get to that room, we're like, who's going to the bathroom? And you did it. And we were like, yeah. It was amazing. So thank you for doing that.
No problem. And then I got flustered a few times, but I didn't see done in the race room. And it was also like I caught the end of yesterday's race, and the finishing time was so fast. I was like 45 minutes in and like stuck. I was just like, oh, well, this will be over soon anyway. And then it wasn't. I was like,
some caves are different, like they're all, I say that some caves they're all different. But like, in this situation where there wasn't like an easy skip around to, like floor 8 or floor 9, and you basically had to go and fight Nightmare, like that is going to be a hindrance, and that is going to be something that, you know, you're gonna see each runner like either trying to find a workaround or banging their head against the wall. You played it smart and you got all those super bombs, so you're able to get through. Strawflowerss has been stuck trying to get past. I think they finally got past Nightmare, didn't they?
They got past it and they just punched out Shattered Man.
Yeah, so they're on their way. They're on their way. Yeah, but that's where they've been kind of like stuck in that same situation. And that can happen. I've been in ancient cave races where I could not get past Diamond Dog. I could not, like, I tried and I tried and I tried, and basically it takes just trying until you get that RNG that lets you get in past that one little spot, and then you're able to get it past there, right? And of course it takes like knowledge and skill, but a lot of times it really is just that RNG, like allowing you past that point where they're just like annihilating you. So you did great. You should be very proud of yourself.
Absolutely. It's as Ryko Ryder has said in an interview that he and I shared, there is a volatility to this randomizer where you can get a seed that is super jet, and yet you could run into a seed in next seed and it's just a slog.
Yep. Not a slug, a slog. I'm definitely had those. Yeah, I'm just joking. But yeah, no, I mean, even like, you know, I'm not the best at Ancient Cave. Like, I'm mediocre when it comes to Earthbound in general. You know, I feel like I'm an okay runner, and I'm fine with that. But like, you know, I've had seeds where like I'm done in an hour, and I've had seeds where 2 hours. You know, like. It's just, you have to learn how to kind of like start anticipating what you need in the cave, and like when you see things, grabbing them, you know, stuff like that. And you learn, of course, you're going to learn more as you play. But I have another question for you, Fitz, if you don't mind. How did you feel about using the spoiler?
So here was my journey. Like, I tried a couple times without spoiler, like, I don't know, 9 months ago. I kept getting lost. I read Ari's guide and I was like, okay, that'll help. But then the spoiler one, at first I was like, how do I read this thing? Because I just opened the raw.
Yeah, just like it pulls up the huge map and it has all the things popped up, yeah.
And I was like, well, okay, well this is a JSON file, so if I open it in like something that can read JSON and not TextPad, it'll at least have like nodes and.
Oh, okay. Okay, yeah.
So I opened it in Firefox, and it was not just like the raw, so I could actually. That's where I would go to look for like where the skips went in my notes.
Okay, interesting.
That was like my start, and then once I've like picked out the skips that I wanted to take, that's when I would. And your video that you posted was very helpful. I watched it.
Oh, I'm so glad. I'm so glad. Yay! I just did that
a little bit
on the fly because last year we did like a whole stream, but we just didn't have time this year. So I was like, well, I want to do a little something, you know? So I was like, I'll just like kind of do like a little quick tutorial showing like, you know, where like what to use, because I know when I first started I didn't know about that box in the top right corner, which is like the magic box, right?
Yeah.
Top left.
So that was
read, but that's just me.
So that was like super helpful, and then just kind of knowing like the critical chess, being able to play without worrying about trying to figure out where to go next. Like whenever I would get to one of the big hubs, it was like, oh, I know like where to go. I think the thing I'll try to figure out next time is to try to I don't think I found a single brick guy.
A single what?
Oh, like the brick road guy.
Oh.
For like a free heal, but so I think I would try to maybe identify those ahead of time. It was on my list, but that 10 minutes ran out pretty quickly on me, so I was just like, all right, well, let's go, and then if I need one, I'll stop and find one. And then when I needed one, it was like far away. It's just like, oh.
Yeah. We've all been there where we're searching, and I mean, I've been in situations where I'm like, I have to find a full heal, you know, and you're just like sometimes you can remember where you found one previously. No worries, Les. You can remember where you found one, and then other times you there will be times where you just continually keep dying, and then you get turned around. I've gotten so turned around in the caves just from continuously dying to the point where I'm like, okay, I knew where I was going, and now I have absolutely no idea where I'm going because I've died so many times that I don't know left from right, you know? So yeah, everything you're saying is very common for when you first start playing Ancient Cave. And I think Strawflowerss is right there at Gygus, so we're gonna get to see this. And lots of saves on floor 9, so that's another thing. There aren't always going to be a ton of saves on floor 9 in seeds. So this one had at least 2, and plus that full heal and magic hit. So that's a pretty decent floor 9. All things considered.
Yeah, that was very nice. I didn't know that I could get encounters on this final walk up to Gygus screen. That was something I learned today.
Yeah.
I wasn't even paying attention, and then I was like, oh, I just ran into an enemy, and then it was freaking
let's get this
bionic kraken.
Let's get this. Let's get this over. I thought Strawflowerss was going rad on us. Let's get this, but no, it was just let's get this over with. So all the spawn plates are turned on in Ancient Cave. So you'll see spawn plates in places you didn't even know they could be. You know. Didn't even know they existed. I think there's been times where I was grinding on a spawn plate that was in, behind the arcade where you fight Frank. Apparently there's a spawn plate there, which makes sense because you can sometimes see butterflies there. So for anyone who didn't know, you can anywhere an enemy can spawn, a butterfly can spawn. But there's a spawn plate back there. They're just turned off in the vanilla, in certain areas, and this is one of them. So in Ancient Cave, they're all it's 100%.
Yeah, I definitely, in my practice, I kind of forgot that Gygus is fully powered. In Ancient Cave, I was on way good.
You said scramble scaling, yeah. No, it's full googie.
And I was like, wait a minute. Rockin' B.
Yeah. I think the main thing that changes for Ancient Cave when it comes to Gygus is Pokey and Gygus's resistances. So Pokey can be super resistant to paralysis and freeze. Yeah, and then Gygus can also be resistant to freeze, stuff like that. And you're not gonna know until you go in and find out.
Yeah, that checks out.
How did your scramble run go the other day for that marathon you did?
It went pretty well.
Nice.
Came in within the estimate. We got the incentive for curse 1 enemies, curse enemies, 1? Curse bosses, curse final boss 1 for across the board. So Gygus didn't diamodize me or do anything too trolly.
What made you want to do that as a seed?
For this one was for the South Carolina Burn Children's Fund, so it's for the children. I will always endure extra pain.
Yeah,
a little bit more.
Yeah, that's awesome.
For charity. The curses, I enjoy it sometimes. It can definitely. There can be combinations of getting cursed Diamond Dog and having to fight another boss. After that, for instance, or some of the Geiger stuff can be really nasty too. Yeah, Derek GNC, it was because that was the Final Fantasy 1 randomizer marathon, and they do the Burn Children's Fund for one of them.
Wait, it is literally for burn. Okay, I thought
Yeah, it's for, like, they do,
I was like, Dick, you can't just ask that.
It's like a charity that does. They put on like a camp for. Like,
I
like
love
burn
that.
survivors called,
Yeah.
What's it called? Yeah, so they can like do summer camp things and swim and all that, and not have to worry about like having burn. The only one that has like burn scars, because like everyone there.
Oh my god.
That's
That's so cool.
I think we got to send, because it's kind of like it's like $500 to like send a kid to camp, and we got to send like a half dozen. No,
Oh,
1,000.
wow.
Yeah, so
That's amazing. That is so cool. Well, good on you for doing that, and good on them for, you know, all these marathons that are going on. They all have such good causes. Like, if you ever see folks running in marathons that are doing Earthbound runs, please check them out. Please donate if you can. I know I did comms with Peen Train for her run for really, really long-a-thon. And then I also got wrangled into doing comms for a scramble seed with Andy and IQ for Angie's marathon. But there are a lot of really great marathons out there. Look at all of those diamonds. Are you joking me?
Yeah.
That's hideous. That is insane. Wow, get out of there, Straw. But if you ever see that, we do try and post that in the Discord. So definitely try and check that out if you can, and, you know, donate whenever you can, because they're always for really good causes. And I love that cause. I'm sorry that I thought Derek was making a bad joke. I was like, Derek, you can't just that. But that's amazing. Oh, and Straw is skipping over that heavy bazooka. Straw, go back for the heavy bazooka. No.
Yeah, that dungeon was loaded with Brick Road was loaded with
and the diadem,
star pendants, the poo gear, and the heavy.
The star pendants were in Magicant.
Oh yeah, that was like a scary walk. Now I'm remembering that. Like, I was like, I'm gonna have to walk way out there.
This is a burn victim. Okay, got you. Ox, you're doing a 1/128 run next week? Okay, so Oxwas has been doing 1/128 runs because he is an absolute psychopath. And they're really, really fun to watch. So definitely y'all go check out Ox. He's amazing. As well as Onefreefitz and strawflowerss. Also, I do not like this new update to Twitch where it's at the top. Why would they do that? Is that just me? Does anyone else see it? Like, did y'all know what I'm talking about? Where, like, the information is at the top of the screen instead of the bottom? Did I just, like, push something on my Twitch that made it do that? Because I cannot stand it.
Oh, here we go, Geigus 2. Yeah, I would say, like, on the marathon topic, there are, of course, like the big ones, and they tend to kind of look for like some of the top runners in like the community, but there are also a ton of much smaller ones that are really just for looking for people to fill time, and pretty much the requirement is like, can you hit an estimate? It doesn't have to be like the fastest.
Yeah.
And usually the various communities are very helpful, and like, even if not every runner, I am kind of bad at this too, are good at talking while they're playing.
Yeah. Yeah.
So even if it's usually like, oh, I know I'm not too good at doing commentary for myself, like, I would say don't let that stop you from submitting. Or if it's like, oh, I'm newer and like, I'm not necessarily the fastest.
And there's also like always the opportunity to ask someone to do comms for you. Like, you don't have to do it yourself. Like, you could always, ask someone to like help you out, or just like be there as well to do like co-commentary, so that you're not just there by yourself talking about what you're doing. Because not that that's a bad thing. Like if you're able to narrate what you're doing well, but some runs like you're having to concentrate like a lot, so I can see where that could get to a point where it's like, okay, this person hasn't said a word in 3 minutes because they're really concentrating, like, yeah, that's where your co-coms or your commentary could come in and be like, okay, so this and this and this and this,
Yeah, and there's usually a host that, if I was running solo and I knew that was going to happen, I could just tell them ahead of time to basically, it's like, hey, whenever I'm being quiet, feel free to talk about like the charity or ask questions.
Yeah.
Or, it's like,
yeah, like, absolutely.
Definitely ways to deal with that. I think we're getting close on taking down this twirling coward.
Twirling coward indeed. Oh, let's go. All right, phase 2, looking good going into phase 2. No shade on this Fitz, but you go like when you went into phase 2, it looked a little hairy.
Oh, I was hurt.
It was hurt. Yeah, you were hurting. So, but you did a great job on coming back from that. So Straw in a pretty nice setup. Ooh. In a nice spot. If we can just get through this.
Yeah, I think the lucky, nice. Getting that psychic point refill.
Oh,
that was the
only thing I was points? Hell yeah.
Yeah. That was the only thing I was a little like, ooh. Because I had to lean on the bazooka hard during this phase to just be able to get through. That was my main DPS. And I knew from my pendants that there wasn't like a ton that could wipe me out like quickly. That's why, even though it was scary going into this phase with only 2 people up and almost dead, I knew as long as I focused on healing and reviving that I could get back up. Versus in like Scramble, we usually maybe only have like kind of resistances, and going like limping into phase 2 is almost always like a reset.
Oh, no! Do we have any type of revive items? But yeah, limping in 100%. But I mean, also something, I don't know if you know this, but I'll let you know. Since you're new to Ancient Cave, if Pooh ever has the prey, like if Pooh has prey, because it can be, we have healing gamma. Okay, we should be okay. If Pooh ever has prey, just know that like folks will put star pendants on him, even though it does nothing for his defense. But it gives him that, the stat resistances.
Yeah, I think I ended up doing that anyway, because I knew that the end fight, especially these phases, like Gygus doesn't punch. They're just blasting mind power, so that defense minus is like, well, it's whatever. And also that's because I did have in my practice scene, and like I think it wasn't until the very end where I was like, oh, the Franklin badge needs to go on Pooh because he's the one that's got like I hadn't made that connection until
yeah.
That's tough.
That is a rough.
Who's rocking the Franklin badge for strawflowerss, or did we not pick one up wrong?
He did. He grabbed that one that was in Dungeon Man.
Okay. Dungeon Man was loaded.
He just hasn't like actual Dungeon Man, not Brick Road. He didn't pick up the heavy bazooka though. Also, can you I'll be right. I have to use the restroom. I'll be right back.
Yeah, so we're going at it again. I think my mic's back on. Yeah. Guest commentator, Onefreefitz here. Going back to get that full heal. I definitely like playing it out. I know Strawflowerss also is very new to Ancient Cave. And so I like sticking it out and getting a successful Gygus fight under the belt. That's always good. Double caterpillars and 8 diamonds up there. A lot of enemies. Now we gotta head back to the brick road.
Okay, I'm
I
back.
came here. There was like no spawns. I got really lucky.
Yeah, you had no spawns, and that was something that I was actually mentioning, was that this is one of my favorite rooms. Straw, go check that one chest, please! That's gonna help you!
I know, it's so tough.
Like, come on, Straw, please. No, I was mentioning that that's one of my favorite rooms to find, like on a higher floor, because all those enemies are, if you had fought them, they're still that level 1. It's based on like the vanilla when you go in with Jeff.
That's what I did know that because I tried to fight a hieroglyph, and then I think I ended up having to bail on it. Just I again didn't fully sent. I like half sent, and then.
Yeah, well, I mean, I guess that is like another thing is that I did mention is that there can be enemies that like phase in, especially if it's on like a floor 9 or 8 or something, and you have like diamonds and starmen, they can phase in from the like outskirts of the brick road, and they can still get you. But those scripted enemies, they're always going to be that level 1.
Right, I believe we've moved the Franklin badge. We're gonna top off the HP. The psychic points are looking good.
Okay. This is the one.
This is feeling good. Like all Super Nintendo RPG final bosses, they can always cheat with bad RNG. No matter what rando that I've played from the Super Nintendo, that seems to always be true. I guess Zero Mist is not really. They kind of just do the same thing. But that was
what is it?
That's Final Fantasy IV. The Final Fantasy IV final boss is always kind of just like there's not really as much randomness. They run on a very like strict script, but they threw that out the window. For once, any RPGs that came out after that one, which is like most of them for the Super Nintendo.
What is the Final Fantasy IV? What's that one called? Free Enterprise? Is that what it is?
Free Enterprise, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've dabbled in that. I almost qualified for the last tournament.
Oh, nice. I was replaying FF4 so that I could try the rando, and then the computer I was playing it on died. I mean, I own it, so I mean, you know, just to flex. Just kidding. But like, I was just playing it, and then my computer died, and I was like, well, forget this, you know, because like that's such a long game. But I was playing it to try and like, you know, refresh my memory on what I needed to do. Because, you know, that's the thing with randomizers is that, like, I feel like, you know, you could just, like, go in and play them, but, like, if you don't know what you're doing and if you don't know where things are, like, it's gonna be a bad time. I tried to play a Super Mario RPG randomizer once, and I thought I knew where things were in that game, and it turns out I do not.
There's all the weird stuff, yeah.
Yeah, there's, like, all the weird stuff.
That one.
Yeah, and I was like, never again.
Yeah, I think
it's still fun though.
A good map tracker can definitely like lower that vanilla knowledge requirement. The Secret of Evermore randomizer has a really good one that like all of the maps are built into it. They have like all of the individual chests, so it's That one's got a pretty good one. I know there's some like other examples of that too, but that to me is definitely a deciding factor when I'm trying to learn a new randomizer. Is like, do I really have to go replay the vanilla game? Because a lot of times I don't. I think a lot of the good ones have like vanilla in the randomizer with all the quality of life stuff, and that usually is a good gateway. I like that. Can't really do that with like an ancient cave because it's kind of like, it is pretty vanilla except for like the rooms being shuffled around and the like nuances around sometimes resistances get shuffled. Paula goes down, unfortunately. I saw that. Yeah, we don't have any of the heals.
Yeah, unfortunately, when this happens, the only real option is to reset.
Oh, no need for apology.
Yeah, it's okay. We commend you on continuing to try.
Yeah, hats off to just continuing to slug it out through a seed that has certainly had its roadblocks for.
But also, like, don't feel obligated to finish either. And that's not me telling you not to keep playing. I just don't. You're going to finish it. Okay, he's gonna finish it. He's going for it, y'all. Can I give you a? Since you've already, I mean, this is gonna sound rough, but since you've already lost, can I give you a hint? You're already in here. I think you should check all of the chests in Brick Road. That is the hint I will give you. I think you should check all of the chests in Brick Road Dungeon. Yeah, perhaps there's a chest that you have not checked that has something that could help you defeat the seed.
The way of the techno hero.
Yeah.
Leads through the.
Put a 1 in chat if you understand what we mean. Put a 2 in chat if I have just given a ton of spoilers on a spoiler tournament. Like, it's hard to spoil a spoiler tournament, you know?
That's actually really. I mean, I think hints and stuff, like, obviously, like, you know, the race is already decided, and we are just trying to help someone achieve their objective, so.
Yeah, no, absolutely, yeah. I mean, you know, and also is, like, not that serious, you know? Like, clearly we would not be doing this while, like, the race was still going on if you had not finished. But after, you know, you're done, we're kind of just, like, vibing and hanging out and having fun now, so. I think it is okay to say you should check all of the chests in Brick Road Dungeon.
It would be in your heavy interest too.
Yeah, I'm going heavy on the spoilers. Maybe the one that is next to that rat. You should check. Please. Oh, God. Hey, we tried, y'all. We tried. They must have, like, just popped in and then popped back out. I mean, it's not like it can't be done without it, but it would just be
easier,
yeah.
I don't know if they have a pendant on Paula either. That's the other thing.
Okay.
It could really be problematic here.
Yeah, the DPS race, we either need to have better defense or... Because it's definitely scary trying to do Gygus without... I had like 12 revives.
Yeah, you found that secret herb dealer, yeah.
Was like ready to go, and I want to say there was like a Horn of Life dealer on floor 9.
I
to
swear I saw a Horn of Life dealer in the Forsyth department store, which, funnily enough, happened to pop up on stream right as I was mentioning it. It was kind of comical.
I think both department stores were connected to Threed, because I was in Tucson and I saw that the Forsyth was also connected, but I was like, no. And also at that time I was trying to figure out how to get through that floor anyway. But yeah, definitely I was like, my big takeaway is you can never have too many super bombs, big bottle rockets, revives, and high quality pendants.
Pretty much, yeah. I mean, if we had to, put it on paper, like what you're looking for to complete a seed with relative, ease, so to speak, and I use ease very lightly. You're looking for Shield Sigma, Brain Shock, decent pendants, Franklin Badge, Heavy Bazooka. That's those are kind of the, and if we want to be real crazy, we'll throw in a large pizza in there. But those are kind of those are the key components that you're looking for to finish a seed, whether it be spoiler, regular, etc., flags, whatever is going on. But those are kind of the things that you're looking for to be able to complete a seed, to make it as painless as possible. I won't say, I said with ease, but I'll change it to as painless as possible, because the Gygas fight in this randomizer can be extremely painful. It can be really bad, and it can just absolutely take you out even when you think you're about to win. And it's sometimes you have to just send it and risk it, and then sometimes it pays off, and other times it's gonna get you. It's just part of Ancient Cave. It's it's the risk we take when we play it. But if I had to put it on paper, those would be the things that I would be looking for, to be okay, I'm gonna feel at least slightly comfortable going into this fight.
Yeah, for sure. And I would again definitely recommend, when I was getting ready, I went to the Pens of Ancient Cave channel. There was so you want to get good at Ancient Cave guide, but then the first thing it said was read this guide, and it was Ari's Ancient Cave guide, and I was well, I'm not ready to get good at Ancient Cave. I need to just so let me go read that other guide. So I followed the instructions, and I've done the first step, which is read the Ari guide, and that had I think what you said right there is pretty much verbatim what's in there, and they really break it down into a lot of different hypotheticals too, because obviously you can't always have the ideal set up, and so they even have the hit point thresholds of if you have pendants, you need to have at least 270 on this person, and depending on how many psychic points someone has, should they be healing, or so it's pretty nuanced, and that was nice to at least give it a read through. So I was well, I had it up too, where I was if I'm hurting for stuff, I definitely gonna want to look at this. But
I learned Ancient Cave on hard mode, honestly.
Come
on, money.
Come on, we have 5 punches on our museum.
Tisk! What do you mean we don't have $12? No! But no, I feel I learned Ancient Cave on hard mode because I didn't ever read any of those, guides or... Oh, strawflowerss is doing it! He's doing it! Yes!
I'm not gonna
read the guides.
I think the only way strawflowerss is out is to use the exit mouse, which at this point could send him all the way back to the beginning.
The Heavy Bazooka, we finally got it! Yeah, it could, Leslie, you're right.
Yeah, we might be soft locked in.
But I feel I learned how to play Ancient Cave, honestly, by doing commentary. Like, I kind of failed my way upward, where, you know, like, I did commentary knowing, like, of course I know about Earthbound, you know, so I was like, I feel confident that I could, you know, at least, you know, be some, like, color commentary, you know, etc. And then that, like, just doing commentary and watching races, it, like, helped me learn so much. Okay, Strawflowerss, I can't get back out. Okay, all right. Well, Strawflowerss, you don't have to finish, honey. You can forfeit. It's okay. It's okay. This is a double elimination. You do have another chance, you know, coming up in the next, in the you know, lower bracket. So you don't have to finish, hon. You did great. Yeah. Great job. Way to stick with it. I mean, if you can figure out a way to get past that, then by all means. But if not, like, please don't, you know, don't torture yourself on trying to find $12 to go and fight Gygus again. You know, like, we understand. It's completely fine.
Yeah, I am myself going to get going here. It was fun to hang out.
Yeah, thanks for hopping in. And once again, congratulations on your win. And I hope you learned some good information. And I can't wait to see you race again in the next round against, I'm sorry, who is it? Is it Leslie Pro? You better watch out for Onefreefitz.
It's gonna be fun, I feel. It's gonna be fun, I feel.
Yeah.
It's some crazy stuff.
And I'm just gonna send it hard and probably fail spectacularly and have a good time doing it.
So. There you go. Well, have a good night, Fitz. Thanks for hopping in.
Yep. Good night, GG's. Yeah, because there are some seeds where I just haven't finished because honestly, there are times where I just don't want to keep banging my head against the same wall, and usually it's either sometimes it's due to a boss, sometimes I just got outrouted, got outwitted, got outplayed.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, for sure.
I just referenced the show Survivor, but
did you? Nice. I haven't really watched a lot of Survivor, so I'm not super familiar, which is funny because I love reality TV. But great job, Strawflowerss. Thank you for sticking with it and for, you know, trying to finish. You did a really great job. You know, once again, you do have another chance in the lower bracket, so it is not over yet. I promise you. But yeah. Leslie, once again, thank you for allowing me to crash in. I'm so glad I was able to hop in and help because it's been kind of like, you know, I'm one of the tourney organizers for this, so it's like, I haven't been able to help and it's driving me absolutely crazy, so I'm glad that I was able to hop in. Let's see, why don't we raid? Who do we want to raid? Who do we want to raid?
Before we raid out, there is something I do want to announce.
What is it?
That there was a match added to the schedule while we were going at it.
Oh yeah.
In 1 week, Friday, December 20th, 9 p.m. Eastern, Pebble Possum versus Temple.
It's gonna be a good one.
Absolutely. Like, I'm looking at the matches, and like we also have Satake versus Brooke. I'm like,
oh yeah.
Are you kidding me? That's the finals preview.
Also Keely versus D&J, you versus Fitz. Like, this second round is stacked. It is stacked. It's gonna be awesome. Definitely keep your eyes open for those races coming up in this next week. There's gonna be some really amazing races happening. So yeah, 100%. Thank you for mentioning that, Leslie.
I figured since it was added to the schedule we were live, might as well announce it.
Yeah, thank you. It flew right past my bird brain. Once again, thank you, Derek, so much for the restream. Strawflowerss, Onefreefitz, you both did amazing. Leslie, I'm so glad I got to hop in on comms with you. I always love doing comms with you. You are also wonderful. But yeah, like Les said, Friday, and then we'll be getting those other races scheduled this week. So yeah, keep an eye out. Who are we gonna raid?
We're just getting
Oxwas.
started here.
Oxwas is playing Anime Holidays. We could raid Ox. Why don't we raid Oxwas? We love Oxwas here. And yeah, like Les said, we are just getting started. It's only just begun. Oh, Ox said no? Oh wait, Ox said no, never mind. We could just end then. I don't see anyone. Unless you have someone you want to raid, Derek, then we can just skedaddle. But everyone have a wonderful night.
Yep, have a good night, everybody. Until next time, stay kind, stay safe, and also stay warm. It's getting to that colder time of year. Good night, everybody. Take care.